on how you too can build your brand and your influence through the power of marketing and live events. Today, we're going to discuss the winning formula to niche industry influence. Yes, niche industry influence. Now, what is influence? According to the dictionary, influence is the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something. Within our business or within our corporate or professional life, for us to be able to niche influence in our field, we need to be able to have an impact, have an effect on the character, the development, or the behavior of the people in whose lives we're aiming to make a difference. And we do that by showcasing our authority, our expertise, our knowledge, and then sharing that in an effective manner in order to be able to build our own personal brand and our influence, but for the greater good. And so, as an influencer, our role is really to impact many people and have an effect on as many people as possible. Really, that is the only way that we're able to grow our niche influence. Now, remember, I am talking about our space, that little space, that narrow sliver of space that we occupy, where our expertise can really make the difference to our ideal audience. So today, we're going to discuss the winning formula to reach many people. And we're going to talk about the 3 elements of influence. Yes, only 3. Now, those 3 elements of influence are very simple. They are the core to most marketing activity in any business. And actually for anybody who's looking to build their career as well as build their business. And it is social media, email marketing, and events. Yes, social media plus email marketing plus events equal niche influence. And so let's unpack these 3 elements a little bit. Now, statistically, as of this year, there are 4.1 billion active social media users worldwide, and an average of 2 million joining them every single day. That is a giant pool of people globally that we have the opportunity to connect with. Now, the problem is within social media, we don't own that data. And so, whilst our best way of building our audience, really getting in front of people, is utilizing those social media channels. And for each different industry, it's going to be different. For some industries, we're going to be looking to use LinkedIn. For others, we're going to use Facebook. Some it's Instagram. For some, it's Snapchat or it's TikTok, which is the latest, fastest growing social media for Gen Z. However, whichever social media platform we use that aligns with our ideal target market, no matter what it is, we still don't own that data. And so whilst building our social media presence is really important, until such time that we can extract that data, i.e. people's details, otherwise known as their email addresses, which is the number 1 piece of data that we're able to extract through great marketing and great communication, then we don't actually own our audience, or we don't own the access to our audience. That access is owned by somebody else. And as we've seen over the years, that access gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and it gets harder and harder to get in front of those 4.1 billion active users worldwide. And so the second element of influence is email marketing. In order for us to be able to own the data, we need to collect the data. So our database, our network is equal to our net worth, and really being able to harvest the data of our users. So while social media gives you reach, it doesn't give you the ownership. So we must own the data of our audience, and that means that we need to have their email addresses, and we need to use that to be able to communicate. And so how do we do that? We get onto our social media, we offer our free Fandangle PDFs, checklists, whatever that is for your audience, however you can help your audience to connect with you and share their data in exchange for your value. That is the best way for us to be able to harvest or harness the opportunity for communication. And then we need to use that wisely in order to build relevance, to build engagement, to build communication, and to start to have a two-way conversation, or continue to have a two-way conversation with our prospects, with our warmer audience. They're no longer complete cold audience. They now filter down the funnel and they become our slightly warmer audience. And finally, the number one thing that we know drives more business value than any other marketing channel are events. Now, what is an event? An event is a specific space and time where something happens. Think about that, a specific space and time where something happens. And so events enable us to get a community of people around us at a specific time and place, and then share our expertise, our training, our teaching, even just our facilitation or our potential for bringing people together with that audience. And even if we're thinking about social media influencers, lots of people, they will still have a specific time and space where they'll do something like a live video, and they'll let people know about it so that we can bring people in at a specific point in time and space for something to happen. Now, in this case, it is a planned gathering of people, and whether this is an online experience or an in-person experience, running our own planned events is still the best way to connect with our followers. And it is this part that gives you that edge to influence. So if we think about it, our social media enables us to build our audience. Our email marketing enables us to communicate with our audience. And then events enable us to influence our audience. And that's usually the best place to get buy-in and so if you are ready to learn how to build, connect, and influence, and join those people that have influence and impact, we need to implement the three elements. Social plus email plus events will give you niche influence. Now, I've recently had new training, a brand new 100% free webinar. It's called Embrace the New Age of Influence. And our very first webinar event is on the 11th of August at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you do want to learn how to harness the power of email marketing with social media, email marketing and events, and bring them all together to really embrace the new age of influence and become a niche industry influencer, please jump on and join us. The link to that will be somewhere on our socials. So there you have it. Today we've covered the winning formula to niche industry influence. My name is Anna Osherov, and I 100% believe that you are born to influence your industry. So if you have enjoyed this, please do comment, like, share.